interview with Payal Sharma, air hostess.
Okay, glad to meet you.
Thank you.
Okay, dear children, so I'm very glad to introduce my student 25 years back in Dalhousie Public School, Dalhousie. So she is my student. So now she is presently working in Engineer Lines. Indigo Airlines. So today we are going to study the lesson, okay, Neer Journal, right? Class 10 you have the lesson, All India Women Navigating the World. So 6 women navigating the world, that is Indian navigation. Today we have our guest, that is my student Payal, Mrs. Payal, okay, air hostess. Let us ask a few questions. So Payal, okay, my student, but anyway, since she is big, okay, children. Payal ma'am, kindly introduce yourselves.
Hello everybody, I am Payal Sharma. I'm an ex-student in based at Housey. I've been independent all my life and chose a career which was more of a women-centric, more of women empowerment, especially after the Neerja incident was considered. It was more of enlightening women power. They're at home and at work, not always. So yes, we do celebrate festivals, we do celebrate our birthdays, we do celebrate our anniversary. It's not always home. It's in air also at 35,000 feet, and we have a gala time there. It's not that it's only the friends and home is the fun thing. Even at 35,000 feet with your customers, with your colleagues, it's also a very, very nice feeling, and it's a lifetime memory. Because I've had celebrations of Diwali, I've had celebrations of New Year in air, and we did have a wonderful time.
Okay.
Yes.
So children, do you remember in our lesson, All Women Navigating the World? So they celebrated Diwali and also second year of the boat inside the sea. Now let us see what are the qualifications needed. Now you are an air hostess.
Yes.
Now she is an air hostess. What are the qualifications? If my student, those who are watching, if they wanted to become air hostess, what are the qualifications required?
Okay, as far as qualifications are concerned, maximum Indian carriers, for that matter 100% Indian carriers, would only require +2 degree from +2 certification from any school, but it has to be a certified board, recognized board. Also, when you go for an interview, they're not looking for any kind of a technical knowledge, no technical knowledge needed. They would train you, and then you would be you will undergo examinations and everything. But when you go for the interview, all they're looking forward is confidence, so that you have confidence in handling passengers. The main prime purpose of you being there is the safety and the security of the passenger. Customer service is an added feature. That is kind of an upselling a product. But the main feature for us is the safety and the well-being of the passenger. For what they will train, but you have to be confident enough to handle that. Now, as far as the languages are concerned or your board is concerned, Hindi medium, not a problem, but you can have, if you are well spoken in English, that is good enough. Added advantage. But as far as Indian carriers are concerned, all Indian carriers would demand Hindi and English as a mandate language, because that is the one is the national language and one is the foreign language that we talk about. Additional regional language is always an added advantages. And if you want to apply for any international airline, again, English is first. Next is whatever regional language that you know, or maybe Hindi, because that is a national language again. But English would be the first and foremost. There, English is a little on the higher side here. When it comes in India, English is not.
Start. Dear children, do you remember in our lesson, surviving skill is the best one. Survival is the best one. So here also, survival as well as confidence. So as you said in the beginning, sacrificing skill as well as surviving. Okay, now my next question is, what were your parents' idea when you wanted to choose a career? So now actually we are in class 8, we are studying the lesson Neer Journal. Okay, so there also the same question came. So when Neerja, actually she was a modeler,
Yes.
so toothpaste and Colgate and everything. So when your parents, when you started to, I don't know who supported you, but what was your choice of career? What was your parents' suggestion, or what was your parents' impact over there?
My parents were okay because they were well traveled, and I'd been independent right from my childhood, so they were okay with my choice of career. They were only scared was the only thing that scared them was the Neerja incident, because this incident happened around my birth time. I'm an 80s kid, so it was around my birth time, and of course, being a girl child, of course, still Indian families have that fear of not leaving their girl alone. I do understand most of the parents now are okay, but at least my generation, they were not really okay. And yes, of course, they were a little hesitant. It was only my mother who was more hesitant. My father was okay.
Now, Neerja faced a very big tragedy, though she saved many people. My next question to you is, have you ever experienced, if not so big, any such tragedies or any such incidents in your flight?
I've had a lot of medical incidents.
Okay.
Very recently, I've had a passenger in the month of May. We did not actually lose the passenger on board, but we lost the passenger in the evening hours at the hospital. We did our best. We rushed the passenger to the hospital. We had to delay the flight. Everything. Passengers are cooperative at that point in time, but then they have a lot of questions. Why you're working under the passenger, you're arranging the ambulance, you're arranging the equipments and everything. Every passenger would stop and they ask. That is kind of wasting time. Also, they are trying to become a little hindrance, but on the other end, they are trying to know what is exactly happening. Of course, it is out of curiosity, it is out of humanitarian reason they are asking.
But you try your level best to save.
We saved the passenger. The lady could reach the hospital safely, but then she did not make it to the night. So we lost her in the evening hours. I was still at work. The moment I landed at night, I received the information over a WhatsApp message by certain colleagues. But yes, of course, I've handled a lot of medical cases. It is actually at that point in time, at times you feel, am I doing everything correct? My knowledge is correct? Am I not goofing up? Am I not misdiagnosing? Because I'm a trained first aider. I'm not a doctor. So I'm trying, at times when you think the thing is not working, or, it is taking time to land, at that point in time, you do have questions. You actually, get a little scared that you don't want to lose this person.
Of
course, because by the end of the day, you don't have to have that. You don't want to live with that guilt. That you lost the other person.
Guilty conscience.
Guilt conscience. That at times you may feel that I think I may have done something wrong due to which. So that is why
how better you could have
performed and what else I could have done. That is why we tell every colleague that please go through your course every now and then. We do undergo trainings every 1 year. We undergo examinations. That's rigorous examinations. It's not that you will be given a added advantage that since you're senior or something. No, it's rigorous. But on the other end also, 1 year is a long time. From one training to another, 1 year is a long time. We still ask people, you have time, you're not doing anything. It's a long flight, night flight, people are sleeping, you have your notes with you, you have additional notes on the aircraft, you can always refer them. Maybe you can brush up your knowledge, which is very good, this thing.
Okay, now our children will be very happy to hear the commands. When somebody boards the flight, what are the commands you tell to the passengers or the passengers inside the flight? Now our air hostess guest is going to give commands. Now imagine you're all in the flight. You're in the flight, okay? Imagine just like that. Now she's going to give you commands. Yes, my dear.
Okay, so once the passenger starts boarding, we greet them, and also when we are greeting them, we are also profiling them.
You tell the greetings. How
We greet them good morning, as in the greetings of the day, welcome on board, welcome to Indigo, whatever it is. There are a couple of passengers who are aged and everything, and we greet them with the regional greetings, namaste, sat sri akal. When we go to south, we have a lot of passengers who say welcome. We try to enact the same way. Maybe we mispronounce it at times, but we at least join hands and bow our head so that they have our heart with it. That we are trying to give respect to their customs as well, as far as we are we're from a different culture and everything. But when we are greeting them, and we're also profiling them. There are a lot of profilings that we do when we board the passenger. One, we are profiling that there is. We do not have any passenger who looks a little suspicious to us. Suspicious is the thing.
So we will understand.
Understand, maybe he has something wrong and everything, maybe smuggling and everything. Because all those people who are doing something wrong act, they have it on their face.
Yes, face is the index of the mind.
Exactly. And now that with women being in power, actually worldwide, this is actually a very booming industry, aviation as it is, and a very booming career. It does not have to be a very short span, it does not have to be a very long span, it completely depends upon your choice, how long do you want to continue in such kind of career, because you have to sacrifice a lot. You have to sacrifice your family, you have to sacrifice your relations, you have to sacrifice your festivals, but it does not mean that you're sacrificing it all, everything. It is actually you have to manage certain things, and the schedules are such that everything is not possible every point in time. So we do use the word sacrifice because of course you have to have that thing in you that it's not always
dedication and that sincerity.
Exactly, it's not always that you will get what you want. You are